All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Love. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Detroit! Detroit!
They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
319! 319! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Room to run past midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that on that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Open man right side is Cup complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Newton now on second down. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll go option on second down, right? And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it's up and good. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. That'll bring up second down. They fake the give. Newton. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They will go for it. Now Newton. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while. What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities. Good job of rallying, though, because into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now. On 2nd down, Michel. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. On 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right, and he fires one, but incomplete. And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And out come the Chiefs now. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it. He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here. And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And Butker able to put this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the 2nd half.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Wide open receiver complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really...
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. On first down, Newton. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in a first down. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And Cook has it left side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Off play action. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Third and long. It's Newton. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the kick by Butker is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. To Michel on the dump off. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He can run for it, and he will. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And they will run it with Michelle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's the second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
We're back now in KC. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here? From the gun, Newton. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball. Where Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He's going deep for Brown. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Newton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. Paul Warlow in there again as this offensive line is in tatters. 3 sacks in 3 plays. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to throw now on first down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his left. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept.
That is touchdown number 1 of the NFL career of former Aztec Rashad Penny. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Come on now.
Play action. It's Newton. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And they pick up the 1st down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Newton. They'll swat it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Escapes the sack. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He spins free. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Gun! Set!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Buster Screen. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
You